Okay, let's look at your final project. This can be found down here, linked off the course website. If you click here, you'll get to all the instructions for your final project. You're going to need to use BaseX, which I've linked off here, but presumably if you're using a university computer, you can just use the one that's on there. But if you're using your own home computer, you'll need to have that downloaded, installed, as well as downloaded and installed to do the exercise that you've already been assigned. You're going to do some queries using xQuery. To start the project, you need to download this image of Mike Piazza. It's a JPEG, and you're going to need your .xml file of baseball names, and you'll download that. Remember, if you click on that, and if you're in Chrome like I am, it just doesn't display them. You have to do view source, but as we know, the best thing to do is just to right-click and save link as or save target. This is what your final project's going to look like. This is just an image, but you're going to print out some name. You're going to get some of it that's going to be dynamically generated. You're going to get some dynamically generated values here. You're going to have an image that you're going to do some styling to. You can see a drop shadow and some rounded corners and colors and that sort of thing. So I guess kind of petite looking here. We just have one man's photo, a baseball card photo and some data, but you're going to go through a few other processes to get to that final project to make it complete. So it's part one is your xQuery. You're going to use BaseX to do that, and you're going to look up the top 3 boy names from 1969 and use those to do a search using the flower expression recipe over this baseballnames.xml file that you've downloaded up here. For a hint, I've given you a way to solve that. It's not everything, but there is a code hint here on how to run your basically your if expression in order to find that name and find those names. You're going to print out each player. You're going to basically create a new XML file using xQuery, and then you're going to save it. It's going to be a new file. You can call it baseballnames.xml. You might as well just stick with that and overwrite it. So that's going to be your first 5 points. Your second 5 points are going to be your XSLT. You're going to link up a .xsl file with your newly created I don't know why I have that link there. I need to fix that. To your newly created baseballnames.xml file. And you're going to use some code hints that I have here on, basically this is from homework 5 on how to find within that newly created baseballnames.xml file how to find the person who had the highest RBIs, runs batted in, and display it on the screen. And here's the image again. And then you're going to do some CSS. So once you do that, and I would do it in these steps, get the xQuery done, then the XSLT, and then do the CSS at the end. You're going to link up your CSS file with your XSL file, just like you did with homework 5, and you're going to create some various selectors, and here's how to do that for rounded corners and for drop shadow. Once you finish, you're going to zip all this up. Your image, it's just an image really, your .css file, your .xsl file, your .xml file, and your xQuery file, all those files, put them in a zip file and send them to me via email. The assignment's due December 12th by midnight. If you have any questions, you direct them to me, where this will be basically your final project and be treated as a homework assignment. So the assumption is this is not a group assignment but your own individual work. So if you have any questions, just email me about it. So that's the final project. I think I've given you plenty of time to work on it. I advise that as soon as you get done with the xQuery unit, and do that as quickly as possible, start working on this. Don't put it off to the end, because as we've known with some of the other assignments, that They just require time because you can basically know everything and get caught up on some little semicolon or curly bracket or whatever, and you don't want to have that problem when it's like due in a couple hours. You want to basically prevent that situation from happening. I think you all know that, but it doesn't hurt to get an occasional reminder. So just contact me if you have any questions.